quartz resin turtle mold. It says on the container that he holds about 13 ounces. Right now, I've got about 8 ounces mixed up. And I'm going to put these rocks in them. I don't know if you can see them or not. Put the rocks in there. Stir it up real good. And hopefully the camera don't fall over. And I've added some of this, what's it called? Crystal diamond glitter. So, just throw my rocks into my resin. And I'm going to put those in his shell. Now I've got my resin pretty well mixed up. Let it set for a few minutes. Give these rocks a few minutes to let the air bubbles out. Apparently they're pretty porous or something, because when I try to put them in the resin, they tend to let out a lot of air bubbles. And I was playing with other stuff earlier. And made this little thing. Where'd it go? There it is. Made this with some of the rocks in there. And all right, here goes nothing. Let's see what happens. Hopefully that's got enough resin on them rocks. Can y'all see the mold there? Yeah. I'm going to try to fill up his shell with the rocks, but I've made up about 8 ounces. Lacey, stop! And once I get those in there, it's going to take a little bit because I'm trying to use a spatula. I don't want to dump them all in. I just want to put them in there and get them where I want them to go. Put some of the smaller ones in the head. So I can get those in there. Get in there. Can you get in there? Will you fit? Hey, you'll fit. Lacey, stop. And I'm just going to fill his shell up here. Once I get all the rocks in his shell, get them where they're kind of doing their thing here. I got way too much resin for these rocks. And if I dump it all in, it's just going to end up with a lot of mess. I'm trying to keep some clear so you can actually see the rocks. Because, you know, it doesn't do any good to color it to put rocks in it if you're just going to color it and not be able to see them. Didn't have very many rocks, so we'll just fill in what we got here. And then I'll add some color to the rest of it and finish pouring it. Hopefully it doesn't do too much. And there we go. There's all the rocks in there. Push them down in there. Get them all down under there. There's that. Now just add a little bit of color to this. Let's see what color. What am I going to try here? Nope. 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 A little bit blue. Uh-oh. I spilled. Goodness me. Making a mess already. Ain't even got started good yet. So we're going to put a couple drops of the alcohol ink sapphire blue into the rest of the resin. Don't ask me how many drops I put in. I just put it in there until I see the color I want. And still keep it translucent because I don't want to obliterate the rocks. And with all alcohol ink, we all know how lovely it does. It sticks to the sides of the container. So scrape, 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 scrape. That glitter looks awfully pretty in there, though. And if I got any extra, I've got some silica, some other molds laid out here. So now we're going to pour the blue in. Excuse my hand. Oop, bumped the camera. Sorry about that, y'all. Are we full? Almost. Go a little bit more. Dome him up there. Whoa! A little bit too much on this side. Must be sitting crooked. Thought for sure I had this leveled up good. Apparently I was wrong. And with only having mixed up 8 ounces, I still got, I only took about 4 ounces. So I seriously doubt this thing will actually hold 13 ounces. When even with without anything in it. So I think they kind of made a mistake on that one. Goodness, what a mess. Resin everywhere. I hate when I do that. But there we go. Now we got him in there. And spray a little alcohol on top of him. Pop any bubbles. Although with glitter it's a little harder to see the bubbles. The bottle's almost empty. And now I'm going to pull up some more molds because, yeah, that's a lot of resin left. Let's see what I do with them. There they are. Oh, there you go. We'll just kind of slide him over here out the way. After I leveled him up, I'll turn around and move him. Level him again. There we go. That should keep him somewhat safe. Oh, goodness, what a mess. It's always the feet that cause an issue. Take a little bit more out of him because I don't want it going everywhere. And then I'll stick him in my curing machine later. I'll let him gel up a little bit. But I've got a couple molds here. Let's get that out of the way so I can see what I'm doing here. Got this little mold. Can you see that yet? And these are molds I made. So they probably need to be cleaned out better. Can you see it? These are all little succulent molds. I took this whole thing here, and I made me a mold with it, and another one, and made a mold with them, and created my own little molds. Some more succulents. There, y'all. In case I need you. Come a little closer. Alright. Now we got all this pretty blue with all the shiny. I don't know if you can see the shiny in there or not. But it is beautiful color. I love sapphire blue anyway. There's that one full. Fill this other bigger one up. There's that one. Let's try this one. Oops, sorry. I bumped the camera again. Trying to. Woo! That one is definitely sitting crooked. Let's move him a little more level spot over here. And then we got this little guy. Let's see if we can't get some in him. I don't know if I've got enough left or not. But we'll see. And these molds are notorious for bubbles. Oh my goodness. I had the darndest time. Now I'm using the Teexpert crystal clear resin. There we go. Brain's like, what? So we'll just finish filling up this little mold over here. And I will see you all in a few hours once this is ready to demold. Didn't need all those molds, but they come in handy, I guess. scrape the cup out because I always scrape the cup out. I don't like to waste anything. I always put these in some other kind of little inclusion somewhere else. Put them in another project. I did make the snail once. Twice. Well, I made the snail about 4 times. Once I actually put the little succulent garden type thing in him. And then the other times, I just left it plain. And I use them as seed starters outside. I'm trying to get a garden going this year. It's not cooperating. Alright, let's try this one. Sorry, my stand ain't quite tall enough, but as you can tell, I've got the turtle. He's all filled up. And then we got the little succulent molds here. I got them all filled up. Sorry if I'm making anybody seasick. I'll try not to. I'll just babysit these little succulents for a little bit. And get all the bubbles. Because they are bad from bubbles. I need to find a little poker thing and start sticking it in there. So I shall return when these are ready to demold. Alright, y'all. I'm back. And these are the little extra ones that I made. Sorry about the shadow there. It's just the way the light's hitting them. Get all that pretty glitter in there. There's that one. This is the mold I made on my own. You got all kinds of glitter in that one. That really shines. This is another of the succulent molds. Sorry about my voice. God, allergies are going crazy. Kentucky weather. If you don't like it, stick around 5 minutes. It'll change. There's that one. Now, we got our main event here. Let's see if we can get this little guy loose. Under camera. Oh, look. Well, look at there. He's just popping right out. I like when they do that. It makes my life a whole lot easier. And it just slides right out. Now, let's see. See if his head will come out. Make sure I don't rip his head off. Oh, yay. And there we have it. There's our cute little turtle. With the rocks in his shell. And he just popped right out of that mold. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll take you up a little bit higher, but I think my stand is as high as it'll go right now. Could do it that way, I guess. Not making anybody too seasick. But got his little tail, but he's got a spot on it. Little bubble there. But that's the only bubble I'm seeing. I mean, there's some down inside. Oh, there's one. I think, all in all, I think he turned out pretty cute. So, that's my little guy. My little turtle. And this is Ruby. And this is still Easter Sunday. And I was listening today to Dragons and Dresses Craft Sortium Sunday Fun Day. And they were cracking me up. I love listening to people. But as always, if you like it, hit that like button, share it. Like I said, I apologize for the shadow. I can't seem to make it go away, regardless of what I try to do. There we go. That helps a little bit. And my crafting area has gotten a lot smaller. And so I'm trying to get things organized. I've got my little tray back there full of all my mica powders and inks and glitters and whatever else I could shove back there. But yeah, I think he turned out pretty good. You can see pretty well see the glitter. Even though I was afraid the blue was going to cover up the rocks where you couldn't see them. But he seems to have turned out pretty good. And that glitter, I just love that glitter. It's so pretty. So, but yeah, this is Ruby, y'all. And keep those likes and likes and shares coming. And I appreciate everybody who has subbed to my channel since the Easter collaboration. I do appreciate it. And I keep trying to make content y'all want to see. And, yeah. Like I said, my voice is about shot. My mom's in the hospital, so I've been trying to run myself ragged back and forth to make sure she's okay. And went in for surgery on Tuesday. And Tuesday evening, when I got up there, a friend of ours stayed with her for a little while. And when I got up there about 3 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, she had not come out of the anesthesia, and she had her surgery. She was in recovery by 10 a.m., and she still hadn't come fully out of the anesthesia. And then on top of that, on Wednesday, her heart went into, well, I think they call it AFib. It was like 155 beats per minute. So they took her off the floor she was on and took her up to another floor, and then they put her on a different floor. So she's in progressive care now, and she is headed to rehab this week. So I will try to get some more videos made. But I'm going to finish this little guy up. I'm going to mark his shell and maybe put him some eyes on and stuff like that. But I'll probably UV resin all that. But I don't think I'm going to mark the shell because I don't want to mess up the rocks. I like those rocks. Those turned out really pretty. So, but yeah, y'all. I will see you all at the next upload. And see you soon. Bye. And here's our final pictures of our little guy. I did some UV eyes. Used a marker for his mouth. And then I used the gold Sharpie right here. I need to get more. That was about shot for the shell, so it doesn't detract from the rocks. And the little rocks in his head there. So, but there you go, guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I like them all. So I appreciate it very much. And y'all have a great evening. Alright, y'all. We're back. And I've got the mold with the white rocks in it out of the curing machine. He's not completely cured, but he is cured enough I can put the next layer on. I'm trying to get my glove back on because the phone wanted to be a butthead. Mercy. Oh, when in doubt, blow it up like a balloon, I guess. Come on, glove. Why you gotta be so difficult? I guess because my hands got sweaty in it earlier. Had to pull it off to turn the phone back on. Now my fingers are like, nope, we're not going back in there. Come on. Ha! I win. I won the battle of the glove. At least I think I did. Anyway. Got my nitrile gloves on. Okay. Now I have already mixed up some Teexpert, which is what I used on the first batch. And I put in a couple of drops of peacock blue resin dye from Let's Resin. My brain's like, what? Sorry, brain fog, old age, whatever's catching up to me. And I've got that mixed up. Now I'm fixing to put my rocks in. The next set. Oh, come on now. Quit being so damn difficult. I'm going to use these rocks. I'm going to put them in. I got them at Wal-Mart yesterday. Got them in the flower section. I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. I don't mind having a little bit of clear resin, but I definitely need to put enough rocks in there to do what needs to be done. My luck, I'm going to put too many rocks in there. I'm going to have to find another mold. Should have it ready, but I didn't. And I didn't get all the bubbles out of the first batch of rocks, so there's bubbles in there, but I'm fixing to cover that up so it'd be right. It'd be okay, right? Oh my goodness. What a mess. Very carefully torching inside my container to remove the rest of the bubbles. And more stir, more bubbles. Alright, we'll just say the heck with that. Alright, now I'm pouring my peacock blue in. Oh, come on now, I need the rocks out first. Jesus. Here's a clean container. So some of that resin in there so I can get the rocks out. So I don't fill it up with resin and not have enough of the rocks. Enough room for my rocks. Because, you know, yeah, it's rocks. My rocks are pretty. I'm a rock hound from way back. Used to go rock hunting years ago. Back when I was married and kids were little. Now I'm not married. Kids aren't little anymore. So I don't get much rock hounding done anymore. But that's okay. Because I can still have fun with it. Throw them in here. Come on. Come on. Ugh. I was afraid there's going to be a bunch of them is going to be too big. Trying to get the smaller ones in there. Get the bigger ones out. And the smaller ones in. So they can fit better. Let's see if I can get a couple of small ones in this side. You don't want to go. We'll throw him up here then. He can go up here. I see one of my rocks shifted. My big white one shifted into the front flipper. That's okay. Not a big deal. It's just pretty. Beautiful little rocks. I don't know why I enjoy putting rocks in resin so much, but I do. My daughter kidnapped the last turtle I did in rocks. She's like, I like this. Can I have it? I'm like, yeah, go ahead and take it home with you. Then, of course, my grandson had to have one. So he took the next one I had made up. Didn't have rocks in it. I think it had something else in it. And he caught her with her back turned and swiped hers with the rocks in it. She's like, wait, that was mine. He's like, it's mine now. She's like, yeah, you can have it. I'll take this one. I had one in chameleon flakes. And one that was just basically some extra resin I had that I had just kind of poured into a container, and my daughter's spouse took that one. Maybe this will fit better right there. Move. There we go. And now we'll just kind of squish these around a little bit. Get them around the edges. And finish topping off the resin here. Hopefully I don't overflow it. Been doing that a lot here lately. Overflowing everything. I doubt this will be an exception to the rule. Let's see if we can't shove some of that down there. Nope. I hope there's resin in there. Hate for him to lose his head because I didn't put enough resin in it. And that's a little bit there, and let the bubbles rise for a little bit because it's going to rise some of them rocks. And some of these rocks are sticking up above, but that's okay. It just means they'll have a better foundation, right? I think so. I don't know. Who really knows for sure? Stop that. And now, let's see. What else can I grab? What other molds do I have handy? A lot. I always have molds handy. Alright. No, that one's too big. I don't want that one. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Got my succulent molds over there. Ooh. Let's see. Let's try that one. And maybe this one. Maybe that one. Maybe that'll be enough for all of them. I doubt it, but it could be. You never really know for sure now, do we? Alright, let's drop some down in there. A little bit in there. A little bit in there. Squish this one out a little bit. Squishy, squish, squish. These molds are so notorious for air bubbles. I don't think I've had one succulent plant that didn't have some type of air bubble in it. Even with spraying them with alcohol and everything else. Not gonna work. I don't like to torch my molds, so alcohol it is. Squish, squish, squeeze. See, just squish and squeeze till we get all the bubbles. As many of the bubbles out as I can get out anyway. And I'm going to pour this one the rest of the way up. Finish filling this one up because that might be enough for that one. I think that one's already full over there. It's so teeny. As a southern lady says, it's teeny, it's so tiny. There we go. I think it's got him full. And still there's the bubbles a popping everywhere. Is anything like hell's a popping? I don't know. Excuse my language, y'all. I know some of you will take offense at that. I was raised with that stuff though. Hell's a popping. Okay, if you say so. Drop her in there. Poke around. Squish, squish, squish. I can't squish it since it's full. I'll just poke it with a stick. Is it alive? I don't know. Poke it with a stick. Nope, definitely not alive. Sorry, that was an old movie reference, I think. Many, many moons ago. Or something I heard somewhere around at some point in my life. Ain't no telling. What? Pop, pop, pop. Come on. And there we have it. And we will be back at the demold. I'll keep babysitting this for bubbles. But, and I will be back with y'all when it comes time to unmold this bad boy. And hopefully his head doesn't fall off. Because that's my luck. That's exactly what would end up happening. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit, y'all.